For the people of Iraq, this year has become the deadliest since 2008, marred by a deepening sectarian divide and more innocent lives being lost as a result. Now, more than 9,000 people have been killed this year, with the victims coming from all walks of life, including civilians, medical personnel, journalists, religious leaders and security officers. The remorseless human toll of sectarian violence has claimed up to 127,000 lives in the decade since the US invasion. While seeking to undermine the Shia government, Sunni insurgents have attacked civilian targets in different parts of the country, bringing the total number of suicide bombings to 4,000. The northern city of Kirkuk is often caught in the crossfire, lying close to al-Qaeda strongholds and being claimed by both the Iraqi government and the autonomous Kurdistan. RT's Lucy Kafanov found out how people there cope with the daily violence.
The Iraq War is supposed to be over, but these pictures tell a different story. Chaos and confusion, the aftermath of yet another deadly blast here in Kirkuk. This oil-rich city has been described as Iraq's fault line, a symbol for the country's most intractable woes, escalating violence, the conflict among ethnic and religious groups, and the fight over Iraq's resources. Getting there was our first challenge. A group of Kurdish soldiers had agreed to take us in. Both Baghdad and the Kurds lay claim to Kirkuk and are sparring over control. Aside from the danger, those entering from the Kurdish side need special permission to get past the Iraqi checkpoints. We didn't have it. Roadblocks and concrete barriers define the new Iraq. Checkpoints like this one are a dominant feature of life, and they are everywhere. Aside from the hassle, they're also a frequent target of attacks. For us, it was a blatant visual reminder of a country still very much at war. Inside Kirkuk, we drive quickly to avoid danger. We're told to look out for black BMWs. Apparently, they've become a favorite for Iraq's insurgents. We didn't pick the best day to come. 2 roadside bombs exploded here earlier that morning, around the same time that Baghdad was rocked by a series of deadly blasts. But Kirkuk has been a flashpoint for years now, and in the city's center, it's clear that life doesn't stop just because of the threats. We were expecting empty streets, but people continued to go about their business as normal. Vendors seemed busy, families did their shopping. But beneath the surface, there are scars.
Today, Kirkuk continues to be an incredibly dangerous place. In fact, we couldn't even access the city without the help of a military escort. Residents here say that attacks could happen at any time in any place. In fact, it's not really safe to stay here for too long. So let's get inside.
We meet Karwan and his family. They're Kurds who say they're happy that Saddam is gone, but their fear of political repression has been replaced by fear of the unknown.
We don't know who the enemy is or when the next bomb will go off, but it's a daily fear, so we've gotten used to it. I do small things to feel safer, like driving with all the car windows down. That way, if there's a blast, at least the glass won't hurt us.
Such precautions didn't help 60-year-old Falah Mahmoud, who says that a decade of war has ruined Iraq. He happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a bomb blast went off, injuring his leg. For him, daily life has become a painful struggle.
What benefit did the war bring? What democracy? Only explosions, shootings, and kidnappings. People should feel free to go out and come back safely. Where is that? I can leave, but there's no guarantee I'll come back alive.
It's not about the sectarian differences. Unfortunately, it's about the black gold, the oil. And behind this oil is the hidden interests of politicians.
Pawns in a political game, paying with their livelihoods and lives for conflicts not of their own making. The Iraqis we met didn't hate their neighbors or care about who controls the oil. Just like Falah, they simply want the peace of mind of knowing they can go out and return to their loved ones alive. Lucy Kafanov, RT, Kirkuk, Iraq.
The US-led invasion of Iraq in 2003 marked a clear start to what would be a very bloody period in the country's history. And this daily carnage shows no signs of stopping, as the president of the Arab Lawyers Association told us.
The situation now is much worse than it was pre-2003 because there is no security, there is no infrastructure, there is a total failure of the infrastructure of the society, the health, the education. The teachers and the academics have been either assassinated or immigrated. You have a situation where about 4 million refugees outside the country. You have almost 2 million displaced in the country, within the country, and the killing is continuing on a daily basis, that it is unprecedented. So the situation is much worse now, despite all the propaganda which is being made by both the government of Iraq and the Western powers who created the situation, and they still want to say it was a success, but it wasn't.